this is me. Years and years and years of work. Decades of work. A decade of work. I bought this in 2010. Been modding it ever since. And this guy, buddy of mine, wants to start doing it. He put an intercooler kit on it. I did the valve seals. It was smoking when on startup, but now it's all good. Valve seals, timing belt, water pump are done. There's that new water pump. But he wants to go single turbo. I've tried to advise him against it, that this is the way to go, most reliable, but it's also the least amount of fun. So, but this is the most unreliable. I mean, it starts, it runs, but it's not consistent power. Something's always an issue, and all the modded car guys should know, when you're running right, it's great. When you're running wrong, it sucks. So we'll be taking this black Supra, which was it was stock when he got it, and now he wants to add this guy. All right, so he wants to put a 62, 66 on it. Cast manifold. Haltech. This is a Haltech 2500. New intercooler pipes, fuel, oil return, more fuel, oil feed, wastegate, downpipe, intake. This thing, which I dislike, but such is life. They bolt this onto the cast manifold. Just takes up more space so that you can V-bang clamp the wastegate. Back in my day, these wastegates had those types of flanges. Whoa, that's new. I've never seen that tool before. Alright, and he's got an aeromotive fuel pressure regulator. Wideband for the Haltech. He's got this can gauge. Injectors, 1200 cc injectors, and a couple extra sensors that we'll be wiring in. There's the fuel pressure regulator. Oh yeah, can't forget the fuel pump. So as long as everything goes well, it shouldn't take incredibly long, but getting these off is the worst. And by these, I mean these are the twin turbo. They sit right under here. These are actually like the intakes for them, but those are the biggest pain in the butt to get off. You'll see I got the stock twins visible. These parts, right? Doesn't look like much, but it's frustrating to get that stuff off. It took me about an hour, but this is what the stock twins look like. I'm sure this is the first time these things have seen light since 1993, because nothing here has been touched. What's that? EGR, I guess, some sort of exhaust. These clamps were horrible to get off. You had to bend them; they were stuck in place. That one, the screw just came out and didn't loosen. I had to cut off those two vacuum lines back there. They're for the right off the rear wastegate. This thing is just crumbling. Right, it was crumbling in my hands. But other than that, it's going pretty smooth. No broken bolts yet. Knock on wood. Otherwise, doing fairly well. But the Eagles are on, so go Birds. Let's go watch them. All right, a view most people don't often get to see is the top portion of my head underneath a Supra. Ha ha ha. No, for real though. With the twins, stock twins, he had an aftermarket downpipe. I don't know, it's really nice looking, nice welds. Don't know the brand, probably PHR or something like that. Also the mid pipe. But it bolted up really nice to that. But now I'm gonna take off the oxygen sensor, that, which is some sort of an EGR, I'm guessing. And then there's 2 bolts, all right? You can see the one. There's one right there, and there's one on the other side. Let me see if I can get a bead on it. Where is it? Yep, right there. That one. To get that cast part off, just to get it out of the way, to try to get other bolts. Yeah, just one step at a time here. One step at a time. All right, so that's my next step on getting the stock twins off from underneath the car. All right, so we got a little bit further here. Let's take a peek under the car. All right, so, well, this was the angle it was. We got that piece off, and there were 3 bolts. The one I couldn't get, or the surprise one, was this one up top. I figured there was 3, so I wasn't really yanking on it. Got off the oil drain from we'll call it the rear turbo, and it goes into the block. Let's see if I can get an angle on it. Right there, where the oil is seeping out. That's where, I guess, the oil feed is. There's another oil feed right there. It's not focusing. There, right there. And also the oil. Oh, it's up there. Oh, it's up there. Oh. Can I get it? Can I get it? Boom, right there. That's the other oil feed / drain. It's kind of weird that the oil feed is on the bottom, but hey, whatever. I didn't engineer this. Took off it going into the block there, or the pan, I should say, pan. And whew, this stuff is beat. This is just like crumbled. I'm trying to pull it off. Same with this one. But not like it matters. This is the pile of parts that we're not using. And now I started to take off these bolts, the ones that I originally wanted to get. This stud right here, one. There's one here. The stud came out with it. And then there's gonna be 2 more over there. Right there. I'll zoom in on them for you. Boom. So to get the turbos off, which will give me ultimate access to all those other rusty nuts and studs. Yes. We got both of those nuts off right there, and that one, the stud came out with it. So there's the 2 on this side, the 2 on that side, which you can actually see from right here. Right? That stud sticking out, and the one that also came out with it on the other side. So the bottom's good. 2, 3, 4. That's all of them. That's all of them. Let's get the pry bar. Finally, the stock twins are out. These are the 4 studs, nuts that I was working on there. That's the downpipe I got off first, if you want to call it that. Couple other things that caught me up as I was pulling it out. These 2 10mm bolts for the heater core. I'm gonna have to plug that line there. Right, that's for the turbo, cooling the turbos. These you can just chop off, get rid of them if you're singling. There's a big tube that ran right back behind here that goes into the IACV. I think that's what it is. Idle air control valve. Right, that's this tube right here. Don't need you. Man, I mean, just look at all that room. There's just so much room. So much room in here. Whew. So much room. But I've about to have it for tonight. Time to wrap it up. Happy with how far I've gotten. Only one broken bolt. Where is it? Where is the broken bolt? And it was holding this on, a brace for this heavy ass manifold. But actually, I think it was this one. Either way, only one. That's good for me. Right. Here you go. Here it is. This was the only broken bolt. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. And let's see what we got here. A little side to side. Nothing in and out. Looks like something got nicked up in those blades at one point. But I say they're still pretty good. They didn't smoke. We replaced the valve seals. No more smoke. But twins out. Still got to get the rest of this manifold off. Yeah, but like I said, that's it for me tonight. And that's how you get the stock twins off. So easy, right? So easy.